They are opposed. Only for the vote to take place after the press conference and all the public assurances. More than 30 of you stabbing us in the back, and this one stabbing us everywhere. Back, front, head, everywhere. People do politics, you know. So really, this national cathedral thing, and they say that they will build a restaurant where they will be serving manna and unleavened bread, and they will bring the fig fruit, you know, all the things that you read in the Bible. I mean, can you believe that? Look, so see where the unemployment rate is currently, according to the latest population housing census. It's more than doubled from 2016. And Friday night, we'll go to the Bible Museum restaurant, cross our legs. Poor country, Ghana, with high unemployment. You can't get childhood vaccines for your babies. And this is your priority. You are waiting for, and all of this, doesn't it occur to our leaders that the fact that they even have to import all of this from Israel, even the stone, the cornerstone of the project was imported from Israel. That itself should tell you, look, people travel for tourism for the authentic experience, isn't it? If I want to go to where Jesus walked, where Jesus sat, where Jesus prayed, where Jesus fasted for 40 days, I want to go to the real place, isn't it? If I want to buy air ticket. Because the airline operators won't say that, well, because you are going for the fake experience in Ghana, the make-believe one, so we are going to reduce the cost for you, give you a discount, or you won't pay at all. And who will leave the original places in Jerusalem, in Jordan, and come to Accra, near Parliament House, where a lot has been happening these days, which I'm not sure that the Bible will want to record. So really, what is going on? And imagine what $1 billion can do. And all of these things are going on because leadership believes that, oh, the people are so docile. I bet you this could not have happened in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s. Even when I was NUC's president, some of the things we have demonstrated, I led demonstrations that the student loan at the time, which was administered by SNIT, has delayed. Can you believe that? Delayed. Today, you people are not even on the list at all. Student loan has collapsed, and you are all quiet. We, one day delay. And you know what I never told my colleagues? I was not a beneficiary. I never registered for the SNIT loan. My mother said, hey, I don't want you finishing school and you're already in debt. You owe government upon graduation. But I dare not tell colleagues when I was aspiring, because then they won't vote for me. Hey, that is too much information to give to your colleagues. It means you are not Mobrowa, you are not like us. The majority takes the SNIT loan. You are not on it. How can we trust you to defend us when there are delays, to lead us to fight for it? They wouldn't have voted for me, so I kept that information to myself. They found out later, and they were rather impressed that even though I'm not a direct beneficiary, I was always fighting for them. And that's how it must be. So our leadership will keep making all the mistakes if we don't force the priority on them. And that is what we should do. As activists, let us, I sit in Parliament, I don't remember the last time I got a presentation, a petition, a memoranda from the student movement on a lot of these issues. Get Fund, are you aware Get Fund has virtually collapsed? we could not take the Get Fund formula. It's the only statutory body that could not present a formula before we rose in Parliament because it's collapsed. They owe in excess of $1 billion Ghana cedis, about 1.2 billion. Dachi bond. They borrowed everything. So we did the DACF, we did the health insurance formula, but we couldn't do the Get Fund formula. And the student movement is quiet. I'm sure even a lot of the student leaders don't know. So when I go through my history of the student movement, and I see how our fathers demonstrated at the University of Ghana because they were being served with too much chicken. I mean, can you believe that? They were feeding them thrice a day. Can you believe that? Can you imagine? By the time we got to the university, that had been cancelled. You had to buy your own food. They were being served 3 times a day. And they said they wanted balanced diet. There was too much chicken. And if you think I am lying, go and read Professor Francis Agbodeke's book, A History of the University of Ghana. Every student leader must read that book, must get a copy of that book. Those were the glorious days. When a student is victimized at KNUST or at UCC, all other students would declare a sit-down strike in solidarity. Today, what are the things that matter to you? Everybody wants to be a comedian on TikTok. As Tracy was saying, people want to set agenda on Twitter. The last time I was so appalled, I couldn't believe what I was reading. Somebody decides to marry his wife. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. They love each other. They are not complaining. And then the current youth are up in arms that they can't believe the choice of their colleague youth. That what is wrong with his eyes. I mean, so appalling, so disgusting. And these days, I have stopped going to Twitter trends because the things that are trending, I was like, I mean, when you know the problems in this country, you know the priorities that we have missed. On my way here, Kofi, my PA, will bear me out. My secretary called. Last night there was an SOS. A constituent of mine from Aveime Zongo had to rush her baby to 37 hospital. The baby is on oxygen. So I had to send them money. The word this morning as I was on my way is that there must be urgent surgery. If not, the baby will die. And guess how much they need? 7,000 cedis. And the hospital said they don't have any fund. There is no arrangement to do such emergency surgery so that you can even pay later. If you don't bring the money, that's it. The baby dies. You can talk to Kofi. Irene called, your best friend, Mame. She was so worried. How can you are in transit. How can you send that money so that we save the baby's life? I pray the baby survives, the baby makes it. But in modern societies, these things are unheard of. There will be a fund, there will be an arrangement, the baby will be taken care of. If the poor parents cannot afford, government will take care of the child. Life first, they value life. It was Mahatma Gandhi who said that the measure of any society is how that society takes care of the vulnerable. And see our priorities. The other matter that you know I've been passionate about, which also epitomizes the lack of priority, is this business of chartering luxury jets. To go to countries where their leaders even fly commercial, sit on trains, ride bicycles, to go and beg them. But African leaders, if you don't come grand, then you are not. So they compete amongst themselves. I remember one of them telling me in Parliament, but you, Ablakwa, you have to stop this campaign. I mean, when there's an AU meeting, one of these days I'll take you along to the airport to see how African presidents arrive. And you are complaining about this charter jet. Let the old man chill small. So look at the mindset. That is the mindset. Useless competition. When others are competing about how well we've taken care of the vulnerable and removed the gaps, removed all the differences, so that at least survival issues, basic needs are catered for. This is the pettiness. And you think that these leaders will go and beg? You think they don't know how you are living, how you arrived? They had to give you a flying pass anyway. And do you get surprised when they think that they can come here and order our leaders about and tell us to accept LGBTQI? Why do you get angry? You shouldn't be angry. Because there is really no much respect for us. No much respect. The last time Kamala was here, people were clapping. I was shocked. She offered, $100 million for 5 countries to share. $20 million each. Can you believe that? $20 million. It's not even up to what we have spent on luxury jet travels, when we have a functioning presidential jet. So these are leadership choices. And sometimes we take up these matters, and I'm surprised we don't get the level of anger, the level of even support. Because when we succeed with these battles, and recently I've had to commend the president, even though some people have said it's because we are broke, that's why he has changed his life. At least his last 3 trips, he's used a presidential jet. The jet that they said cannot travel long distances is now going everywhere. The accounts have a very nice saying. They say that it's only in social that teaches people to change. It's only when they go through the realities of life that they repent. But you see, the point is that you have the intellect, you have the energy, you have youth on your side. The society that you want to see 10 years from now, don't forget that is the team. That is why we are gathered here today. The future we want. And that future, we have to create it. Nkrumah said he is not going to graduate, return to Ghana, and he was even beating all these white students. And Tracy will tell you, they are not special. Mamiama has been to university in the UK. We've all been in class with them. They are not special. And normally, those who even leave your class and go abroad, you get shocked when you hear the reports. People who were struggling in our class, you hear that they are topping the class there and they are receiving prizes. Have we all not been shocked? Yeah. I have even lost count. Those who they say couldn't make it to the law school here in Ghana, they go to Gambia and other places and they are topping, they're receiving all the prizes. So the future we want, we have to create it. Nobody is going to give it to us. As for leadership, if you allow them, they want more tax. They will tax if they can even tax oxygen, they will tax it. Now the youth, they thought that they couldn't be bothered. Now I'm seeing a lot of people sending me messages in my DM that, Honorable, you are not speaking about the betting. You are not speaking about betting tax. You are not speaking about betting tax. We must hear your voice. Now you want to hear my voice. If you had added your voice to my small voice on the other issues I was raising earlier, so much money would not have been wasted. Now the money is all finished. The country is broke. Even the National Cathedral has been suspended. 1 year now, they can't find money to continue. We now have the most expensive hole in the world. Can you believe that? $58 million. You know how much that is today? $58 million. It's more than 700 million cedis. Imagine what it can do. This your university, the entire university, the facility we got from China is not even up to $5 million. This and the main campus. $58 million. What we see is a hole. We have made history, the most expensive hole, the most expensive pit in the world. Guinness Book of Records. I don't know what they are waiting for to come and add us to their list. But I keep saying that we have allowed it. 2 years ago, when I started intercepting documents, that even though the president said it's a personal pledge, they won't use taxes. They are using our taxes. If there was national outrage, we had poured out on the streets. And you see, what is ironic is that our president himself, that was how he was able to stop things in the past. He led the Kumipreko demonstration during President Rawlings' time against VAT. Of course, Mamiama Pratt's father was the main leader, and President Akufo-Addo was the assistant leader. People died in that demonstration. A gentleman called Ahunu Ahonga, I can never forget his name. I could never have imagined that then chief demonstrator will become president and even increase the VAT. He won't cancel it, increase it further. So sometimes when people don't trust politicians, even though we are all not the same, I don't really blame them. So President Akufo-Addo then was able to stop the introduction of VAT. President Rawlings saw the numbers, saw the national outrage, and said, no, we have to suspend this for further consultation. Even the military leader of military background at the time had become a Democrat. Even him, a soldier, towering figure, successful coup leader, feared the power of the people. So you have the numbers. I mean, you have everything. You have the numbers. You have the intellect. You have the issues are there. But I think that the problem with the current generation is the distractions. Distractions. I see you people write on social media, oh, Ghana, you can't be bored. All you need is money for data. And you are happy. And you are happy. And these days, people even have the courage to text me, oh, Honorable MP, we need data. You know. Some small momo for data. We don't want to be bored in Ghana. I mean, so you just want to laugh your sorrows away and think that when you finish laughing, all your sorrows will be gone permanently. So please, we need a new mindset. We need a new orientation. And we must revive, rekindle the true Ghanaian spirit. The Ghanaian spirit is not a spirit of timidity. We would not have fought the slave raiders and defeated them. We would not have fought these colonialists and defeated them. We would not have even gone to South Africa to wage the battle of Quito Carnival in Angola and defeat the apartheid movement. We have always been a brave people. We have always been warriors. Did Yas Antoine not come from amongst us? When even men were hiding. Recently, Sophia Akufo, when men could not find their voices. See the impact that she is making at her age. How do you young ladies feel? How do you feel when it's your grandmother who has to come out from retirement to come and be raising the issues that you should be raising and you should be fighting? You are enjoying your data. So please, the distractions. And I think that governments are very, very happy. I was reading the latest U.S. Human Rights Report. And they said the only good thing going for Ghana so far is that the government has not interfered with internet at all, never, not 1 minute. The government is happy how the youth are using internet. Elsewhere, in Turkey, during when Christian Achu died, you people don't know, but you can go and read on it. There was so much outrage about how the response was going that they had to even control the internet. They had to block it because the anger, the youth said they cannot accept. If it was Ghana, somebody called Bongo Ideas and others will make a joke out of the whole situation, how somebody was dying, how somebody's leg was hanging somewhere, you know. We make light weather of everything. Even matters that are not laughable matters. And I don't know when that became a Ghanaian